We are Mike and Taylor, and these are our dogs, Penny and Lucy. 4 years ago, we sold our home and everything we owned, moved onto a 40-foot boat, and sailed from Seattle. This is the story of us making our way. Welcome back, friends. We have just arrived to the southern Bahamas as we make our way north for hurricane season. But our excitement was short-lived, as within a day, the anchorage that we had arrived to became a washing machine. So we picked up and headed towards the protection of Georgetown Harbor. And because we wanted daylight to aid us in navigating the inlet, we waited outside under absolutely surreal conditions. So this is the weirdest thing. We're good ways outside the entrance to the harbor, but we can't go in until sunlight. So we've got a couple hours to kill. And we just took the sails down and shut the engine off. We're just sitting here and look at how calm this is. And at sunrise, we moved in over the shallow waters of the harbor and dropped the hook. All right, well, we are officially anchored down in the Exumas, Bahamas. Yay! It was such a calm motor over here. It was kind of silly because we had to go like extra slow. You know, we still had to end up waiting for a few hours out by the mouth of the harbor here, but it was really nice. It was a nice change to have just like a calm motor after so much bashing and so much bleh. Anyway, it really was the calm before the storm because we just dropped anchor and look what's coming in right now. There's like hundreds of boats here. It's crazy. I mean, like this is all just hundreds of boats, but it's just a huge harbor, so there's like plenty of space, and I think we're in a good spot. We probably could have moved up a little bit more, but we always do that. We always kind of like park kind of conservatively at first. And I think we're gonna live here for the next week because I don't think anybody's going anywhere with this weather coming in. What do you think about the Exumas? I know, you wanna go to the beach. We're gonna do that later. First, your dad has to go check us in. Your dad has to check us in. After a false start in Puerto Rico, a strangely challenging 4-day passage here, and then not being able to rest in our first anchorage upon arrival, we were beat, and so looking forward to finally being able to settle in. And with a week-long major weather system headed our way, it looked like we actually weren't going anywhere soon. So it was time to sleep, relax, and enjoy the beautiful area around Georgetown. The vegetation here is so different than what we've seen anywhere actually on our travels, but especially for the last, year or so. It's just like, it's very short, but it's like very varied. Like there's just so many different kinds of plants, and there's all these like short palms. I mean, it's beautiful. There's all these little like rocks. It looks like the landscape designer from the Four Seasons came here and designed this. Like it's just beautiful. And after the beach, it was time to check out the town. still not over. I don't think I'm ever gonna get over it. Like this whole entire bay is that color. And on our way back to Via, we spotted our first of a Bahamas staple. And our classic Bahamas wildlife encounters continued the next day when we headed up the island a bit to a cruiser's institution, the Chat and Chill. So I guess these stingrays come right up to you. You can feed them? I don't know if I want it. You do it first. I'll watch you. Oh my god. What? What? She's feeding the ray. Like conch spit. Look, they're all coming over. Oh my god. Pet them?
Yeah, they like
they're soft.
they like have a little vacuum under them.
Hi.
So soft.
Hi. Oh my god, you're so soft.
Sometimes they come in like super sandy though, and you can like write your name. Oh, there we go. I guess.
Look at you guys. Oh my gosh. Look at you. That is crazy. Whoa. Wow, look, very wind blown from our ride over. So I'm sure everybody's gonna laugh at us, and I'm laughing at myself too. But when I say that the Bahamas is cold, I know I mentioned it before, but it's like it's cold, and this blow that's rolling through, you know, it's gusting to like 30 or 35, and like it is cold air. And anyway, we just had dinner with our friends on the beach, and we're back at the boat, and I want to take a rinse, but the idea of getting under that water, the water that comes out of the shower now is cold. Like if you actually put your hand against like the hull, like in bed, like it feels cool, whereas like it used to feel warm. I don't know, it's just crazy. My point is, Mike's about to turn on the hot water heater for the first time since like leaving the Pacific Northwest, and I figured I would document this momentous occasion.
I don't know.
Remember how to do it?
Heater. Thermostats. That's pump's running. That's good.
So that should turn on our. Is it not?
Takes a second.
Oh, okay. Some hot water because I'm too much of a pansy. I like standing under cold water, but only when I'm really hot.
Oh.
Is it on?
Yeah, fire it
I
up.
hear it.
Yeah, it's going.
All right. Well, it's gonna get run a lot, I think. The wind continued to blow for days and days, but the forecasts were finally starting to show a little bit of a break coming up in the near future. So, update from the Bahamas? It's not that much to update really, because we've just been sitting in this one anchorage, just trying to ride out these winds, and they're finally starting to die down, which is nice. We're gonna give it a couple more days, but like day by day they're dropping. And we'll have a little bit of a window to make an escape here, and we'll make a little bit of a jump up. But yeah, I don't know. A few things that have surprised me or of note is like, one, it's so weird to be in an English-speaking country for the first time in a lot of years, like a lot of years. And what's more is like most of the cruisers here are all Americans. Just we're like back in English-speaking territory. It's just, I don't know, just like going to like immigration and customs, like check in and be able to speak the language. It's just such a different thing. The water is still incredible. We still haven't gone in. We will at some point. I promise we'll do that at some point. But one of the coolest things I've never seen before is that the bottom of the clouds are turquoise, because it's the color of the water reflecting up to the bottom of the clouds. And I don't know if this camera will pick it up, but it's like, I mean, it's very like real and super cool. I've never seen anything like that. Just a testament to how impressive the water is here. And yeah, it feels a little bit weird, you know, kind of cruising by ourselves. We did meet up with another boat actually that we met in Mexico that we've been traveling with for a long time. They're coming up the same way we are, so we did just meet up with them, but otherwise it's just kind of been us, and it's been kind of weird because we've, you know, been traveling with such a big group of boats for so long. But yeah, I don't know, we've just been hanging out on the boat, taking the girls to this beautiful beach here every day. And I think tomorrow morning we're gonna go do provision, because this area here is like the only place apparently that there's a grocery store that we're gonna see for the rest of our Bahamas time. So we're gonna try to go buy all the produce that we can and prepare for our departure here in the next couple days sometime. And that's what we're up to. The other thing we were adjusting to was the sheer amount of cruisers here. Every light you can see right here is an anchor light. It felt like we were living in a nomadic city on the water. And the evidence of this being a very well-loved spot by sailors was everywhere.
There's like a face on that rock.
Take one, leave one. What's inside?
Great treasure.
Wow, look at all those treasures. They call this the Art Walk. That's a little hike on Stocking Island here at Georgetown that has just been decorated at every turn by cruisers with little like things that they made like for their boat. Or from their boat, or representing their boat, or you understand. So anyway, here we are, the other side of the island. Some big waves out there. We're going out there soon. These little trees are so cool. First of all, they've got like snails climbing all the way up top, which is kind of nuts. And then the roots go through the rocks. Whoa, shit. Sorry. 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 Oh, sorry. Sorry. This rock sounds like a steel drum. That's how you know you're in the Caribbean. before we knew it, it was time to provision and get ready to leave this cruiser's haven. Haven't seen lemons in stores in a couple of years. The weather so far here has just been extremely windy or rainy. It's been really strange. Today it's rainy and chilly and it kind of feels like you want to hunker down in front of a fire, honestly. Just stay inside because of the rain. But I think tomorrow we're finally going to be able to move for the first time in 10 days since arriving here. Our time, quote unquote, stuck in Georgetown was exactly what the doctor ordered for the whole crew. It felt so good to just slow way down for a while. And then the next morning, we picked up the anchor along with about 40 other boats. Well, after 10 days, we are officially finally, or I think it's more than 10 days, we're leaving Georgetown, which is exciting. And you can tell that this is the only viable day to leave because there are dozens of boats leaving right now. It looks like a regatta out here. Like everybody's picking up at the same time. We had a great sail out in the Sound, but we're starting to get a little bit nervous for our first experience navigating the infamous Exuma's cuts. The Exumas are one long string of little islands in the Bahamas, and the cuts are small openings between the little land masses in the island chain where you can move from the deep water of the Sound in behind the islands and into the shallow water of the bank. Okay, so we have sailed up through the Sound here in deep water, and right now we're trying to get to the back side of the Exumas, but we have to go through these little cuts and they get a little bit dicey. We just dropped all our sail and we're motoring in. I can see the bottom. How deep is this? Oh, 58. I can see the bottom. I think we're timing it well. There's a lot of boats coming in here too, but yeah, a little interesting. Navigating these narrow cuts needs to be done with caution and an extremely close eye on current flows and swell status and wind direction. A strong outflowing current against a large incoming ocean swell or wind can make for extremely dangerous conditions here. And we had already heard that in this season, a boat had sank while trying to get through one of these cuts not too long ago. We timed our approach as best we could and saw how powerful the current rips were even around slack tide here. See the current, woo! Okay, we made it through the cut. I mean, this is crazy. So now we're back in what they call the Exuma Bank. And this is the part of the Bahamas where you can travel for days and days and never be in deeper water than like 6 feet. So it's kind of nuts. We got through like sort of the area with the waves, which is good, but now we have to go over a lot of really shallow stuff. So I'm up here on the bow and I don't know. Kind of cool. Ooh, shit. Just found out that this boat right here is aground. So look at this. We are driving across the bank. It's 7 feet deep. And it's just beautiful sand, and the color is unreal, and it's a dream. And because it's so clear and so shallow, you can see like these big sharks swimming around, and you can see like from super far away. It's just crazy.
From the turf, I never switch sides. Like even when I die, I'ma ride for the squad. Let up ties in the hearse. I've been on the vibe, kinda hard to describe. I'm in between, I'm good and it's fine, but I'm tired of the grind. Then I come alive in the night to realize I'm in the middle of the time of my life. I'm never so packed for the stack, never lied on the rap. Got a bag from the way that I write it. Queen looking Tyson, do that ass survive, doing 80 to the house. Then I hit it to the sky, change haters on a tirade. Talking to their grip in the face, be still, let that hate stuff fade. We all want the same. Safe, I wanna live like I'm trying to reach enlightenment. Trail spill from my lips, feel bent from the bib, take a sip till I
We just couldn't get over it. It was electric turquoise everywhere we looked.
turn thoughts to a cash cow. I might flip that to the glass house. I don't need the accolades, I'm in love with the chase. I just wanna eat, save a spot at the table. Beats with the slap, hit myself on the back. Along with the wind, I'm the sky. 5 hour flights, couple nights at the flat. To be real, couldn't see me making moves while I'm at.
Not too shabby, y'all. Oh my god. This water.
Young, reckless, gold in my soul, got the same on my necklace.
Thank you for watching, guys, and be sure to join us next time as these Bahamas blues and the Exumas continue to blow our minds.